access to cold beer.
You're going to start a war.
I hear a lot of Tennesseans might have a problem with that.
Oh my God! Well, this has to be stopped!
Let us give you a beer and we'll tell you all about it.
Why ask why?
Everything breaks at the seams, and you feel like you're losing belief. Well, damn it, you just gotta stay strong when it all falls apart and goes wrong. When you feel let down and so lost, and it feels like you can't hold on. Well, damn it, you just gotta stay strong, 'cause sometimes things go wrong, and one day everything's gone, but you can make it out and move on. So damn it, you just gotta stay strong.
Okay, before we start, I just want to point this out. This particular book by Noah Rothman, it's called The Rise of the New Puritans, Fighting Back Against Progressives' War on Fun. One thing about this that it's partially correct and incorrect is that this is coming from both sides of the aisle. And the thing about it is, some of it is driven by religion. The other half is driven by activism, Marxism, however you want to put that. You have those out there who think that they think they're making your life better by passing these laws. But the thing about it is that we need to fix our country. We need to fix the government itself. We need to fix, mental health that's going on. We have problems with that. We need to fix our roads. We need to fix our bridges, all our transportation on there. And also we need to fix our borders as well. We have a major border situation out there, which in turn is causing a lot of crime. We've seen this out of New York. The stories that I have already on there, and we have another one coming up very soon within the next week or two. Because what we're getting in New York is a lot of gangs right now. Even though New York is already does have gangs, but there are ones from out of country starting to expand their influence into our country. But I'm getting too far on myself onto that. What we want to present, and this is what we want to talk about today.
Get on with it.
Yes, get on with it!
Is we want to talk about beer. That's right, folks. We want to talk about beer.
Beer!
And you clicked on this particular video and you're saying, what the hell? But there are two Republicans, and I'm saying this, two Republicans out of Tennessee. They want to sit and tell you that the reason for all these DUIs and stuff like that happens on there is because beer is cold. And this is just like the most insane, idiotic thing that any politician can push through. Have we not learned from Prohibition? Have we not learned the problems during Prohibition? And we're still not learning. We're not learning from the past. See, they want to bury the past. You have politicians that just want to erase the situation on there. I mean, we had people the other day, and I call them terrorists for the reason is, this is what they're doing. You had these eco-terrorists trying to damage our Constitution. If you haven't seen that video out there, where they like with the paintings, they tried to destroy paintings. Well, now they were trying to destroy the Constitution. To me, that's a terrorist. You're trying to destroy a country because you're trying to take out, the papers that just basically have built this country. No matter how you feel about it, for the freedoms that you have, the freedoms that you've enjoyed and things that the life you're living now, you have to thank to our forefathers. But I want to read this a little bit from the New York Post. A bill is working its way through the Tennessee legislature seeking to ban cold beer sales in the state. The proposal, SB 2636, was introduced on January 31st and decreed that a person or entity holding a beer permit shall not sell refrigerated or cold beer at retail. The bill has passed the Senate twice and now being referred to committee according to the state website. SB 2636 is sponsored by Republicans Senator Paul Rose and Republican Ron Gant. Remember that, folks. Those of you who are down Tennessee way, you watching the show, remember those two and what they're doing to your state. The bill is motivated by a push to decrease DUI incidents in the state, Gant told WREG. We find evidence that in many accidents where alcohol is found in the car, beer cans and beer bottles, the politician explains. And if we see it on the side of the road in our many roads across the state, that every county you see, that many beer bottles, beer cans that litter our highways, he added. In 2019, about 21.5 of fatal accidents in Tennessee involved alcohol use, according to the Tennessee Safety Research prosecutors. But business owners are concerned about the bill's potential to put a chill on their business. This will be very detrimental to our brewery and our beer business in general. Andy Ashby, co-owner of the Memphis Made Brewing, told WREG of the legislation. Convenience and grocery stores are the key part of his enterprises, Ashby explains, and shoppers largely prefer cold beer. They're saying in beer sales, cold is gold, he noted. The bill would have a huge impact, Package sales are somewhat around 40 to 50% of our sales, and 90% of that is cold, said Drew Barton, head brewer at Memphis Made. If the bill passes, Memphis Made plans to contact the Tennessee Brewers Guild and hopefully push back on the move, Ashby told the outlet. They've been very proactive in helping craft brewers across the state, working with them, working bigger breweries, and figured out a way to work around this, or however you want to look at it, he explained. The Tennessee Brewers Guild, Senator Rose, Republican Gant, did not immediately respond to the Post request for comments on the bill. Now, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something, two things. One, have these guys not heard of ice in a cooler? Right, folks, ice in a cooler. The other half is, let me put this out there. There are countries outside the United States that sell beer warm. And there are those in this country that does drink beer warm. Yes, that's correct. You're not stopping the DUIs. You're not doing it at all. The other half is, and I'm going to tell you this straight out, the other half is, how many of the, they say, the beer does this. How many of them are wine drinkers? How many of them are hard liquor drinkers? Whiskey, rye, rum, vodka. No talk on that. There are many, and there's some videos out there where there are liquor stores that sell, bags of all the ingredients in one pack and a cup, and they sell the ice separately on there. You go out, do your mixed drink, and you drink it. And some of it is immensely large, but no talk about that. But this is what the situation is, and I'm not saying to ban that either. But the thing about it is, you got to be direct. And here's the other part of it: how many of those in the DUI were under the influence of marijuana as well? Because there have been occasions where people have been driving DUI and they find alcohol and they do find drugs, including marijuana. Nothing in there is saying about that either. Do we need more protections about DUI situations? Yes. This is banning things, changing things, hurting people's businesses is not the way to go. One part of it is education. We need to educate people more often on these situations because, things are going to happen. And part of it is emotional, because you have people out there that are going to drink to party, obviously, but then you got those who drink because of depression. We haven't covered that. That's not being covered by these people saying, hey, listen, there are guys out there, men, women, that are going to drink till they can't drink anymore and get into a car and get into an accident because something might have happened in their life. See, this is all the situations. They want to ban the guns. They want to ban the liquor. They want to ban the pornography. They want to change obscenity laws. You know, people don't realize is that when you change obscenity laws, you're opening yourself to constitutional situations. And that point of it is we're going to end up back pre-1970s, pre the Miller's test, where they're going to be arresting comedians. Yeah, that's right, folks. See, and bills like this is trying to push upon everyone a new prohibition. You know, we're hearing this. They want to do a new prohibition. They want to do a new obscenity laws. You know, the Hays Code has returned in Hollywood. You know, this is all the things that we fought for to get rid of, because we found that it was constitutionally, and most of these were constitutionally illegal, or it just didn't work properly, never stopped the issues. Like, for example, you know, prohibition didn't stop liquor from flowing in there. But once again, you know, it's just to bring this book back up again, The Rise of the New Puritans. And this is people, you know, the two gentlemen that I've mentioned on there, they happen to, I think one's an evangelical and the other one is a Baptist, if I'm not mistaken on that. But the thing about it is, I'm as someone who's a Christian, who's Catholic, you know, that I've been in the church for many years, working in the church for many years in my youth. And then I moved on from it, you know, what I call the age of reasoning. But I still do believe in God. I do pray, you know, pray at my mealtime. I pray at night when I go to bed, pray I get up in the morning. I just don't go to church like I used to. But nevertheless, you have those out there who are trying to enforce into government when we have a separation of church and state. And this is the thought pattern of the people we hire. There's nothing wrong with, you know, getting someone in there, the church, to protect, you know, lives, you know, some of the religious rules, you know, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not, you know, all that stuff that, you know, you're normally onto. You can't take everything out of there and say, well, we can't have this, and we can't, you know, you can't write this type of book. You know, we have to have a certain amount of people in this business. You know, we have to have this, that, and the other thing. And the thing about it is, you're violating the Constitution left and right. And this has been happening across the board. Whether you're running for president or you've been accused of sexual assault and you're still in jail for 5+ years without having your case adjudicated, which is a violation of the 6th and 8th Amendment. As in one of the stories we've been covering, the Mercedes Carrera trial. And there have been many other issues across the board that, you know, we're seeing that, you know, people want to blame certain things. I mean, we have now Eric Adams doing a lawsuit against Google and the other companies, trying to put the whole blame on them, but on mental illness. But you're not doing anything to help mental illness in New York City. You're funding everything toward illegal immigration in New York City. But we'll discuss that in another video on there. But hey, let me know. Am I wrong? Am I wrong about this? You know, should they stop selling cold beer? I mean, how crazy is that? I mean, like I said, you get a 6-pack of beer or 12K or a case of beer, take it back home, put it in the fridge, put it in the freezer, whatever you want to do. If you're out, you know, I've been many times, I've gone to tailgate parties, you know, when I lived in Florida, you know, whether it's baseball or football. And we had a cooler. We bought beer, put it in the cooler. You know, this is the thoughts that they think they're going to resolve DUI. They're going to resolve the human nature this way. You need to tackle the human condition and mental illness, because people have had it rough. There have been many times in my youth, I'll tell you this, that I've sat in a bar and shot back a lot of whiskey on there, being very depressed. And, there was a point in my life I went out and got help. And this was in my youth.
I'm feeling much better now.
But seriously, it's something you should always look to. If you feel depressed, you feel there's something wrong on there. Don't go by what the internet says. Go get some help. Go speak to somebody. Speak to someone. Speak to a friend first. Or, go out. There are many programs in a lot of like here in New York. We have it we have in our clinics in New York City here, especially here in Staten Island, we have it here. When you go to a regular doctor's appointment, they pull, how do you feel? If you recall that, from Star Trek, how do you feel? But they do ask that seriously. They say, would you like to speak? If they say, well, I'm a little, would you like to speak to someone? We could set you up with someone today. There are people out there willing to help you. But if you don't go see them, nothing's going to get resolved. So once again, tell me, am I right? Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Don't forget to like, share this video. And hopefully today's the day I've earned your subscription. We're well over 1,000 subscribers. Thank you very much to all of you who have subscribed to the channel. We will see you on the next one. This is President's Week, so we are a little light, but also there's a lot going on with us here in CutiCast TV. There's a lot to come very soon to this channel. So once again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. We'll see you on the next one. Stay strong, question everything, and stay safe. Bye-bye now.
Thanks for watching, commenting, and sharing this video. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe, as this helps the reach of this channel. Finally, as a content viewer, you have the ability to help support this channel, as new internet laws around the world will diminish our reach and affect our sponsors. If you choose to help, there are two ways, listed in the description below. The first link will lead you to a pay site where you can make a monetary donation. The second will lead you to our gear shop, where you can buy shirts, mugs, and other gear. Discounts will be listed on the site. Once again, thank you for watching and your support.